A billionaire, a visionary, the mind behind Tesla, SpaceX, and some of the most disruptive innovations of our time. A man who has redefined industries, sent rockets into space, and challenged the limits of technology itself. But on an ordinary afternoon, in a quiet cafe, he found himself in an unexpected situation. Denied service, turned away, dismissed as if his name carried no weight. No arguments, no outrage, no demands. Just a pause, a brief moment of silence as the reality of the situation set in. Then, with the same calm determination that built his empire, he made a decision. Not to fight, not to complain, but to do something that would leave the entire internet in shock. Elon Musk steps into the cafe, the soft chime of the entrance bell barely registering in his mind as he walks toward the counter. Dressed in his usual effortless style, casual yet distinct, he seems lost in thought, the way only a man juggling space travel, AI advancements, and the future of human civilization can be. His phone vibrates in his pocket, but he ignores it. This is one of those rare moments where he allows himself a break, a few minutes away from back-to-back meetings, constant media attention, and the weight of shaping the world's next great innovations. The cafe itself is the kind of place that prides itself on exclusivity. Artisan coffee, minimalist decor, soft jazz humming in the background. The type of establishment where deals worth millions are discussed over handcrafted espressos and where discretion is as valuable as the imported beans they serve. It's not his usual scene, but today, he just wants a cup of coffee and a quiet space to jot down some ideas. He approaches the counter, absent-mindedly reaching for a napkin as his mind drifts to his latest thoughts on AI integration and neural networking. He pulls a pen from his pocket and starts sketching. Perhaps an idea for Tesla's next energy breakthrough, or a rough concept for optimizing Mars colonization. To any onlooker, it's just scribbles on a napkin. To him, it could be the foundation of something groundbreaking. A barista notices him and exchanges glances with another staff member. There's a hesitation, a flicker of uncertainty in their movements. A manager emerges from behind the counter, his posture stiff, his expression carefully neutral. He steps forward, clearing his throat before speaking. "Sir, I'm sorry, but we can't serve you here." The words hang in the air for a moment, cutting through the soft ambiance of the cafe. A few patrons look up from their laptops and newspapers, eyes darting between Musk and the cafe staff, sensing something unusual. Musk pauses, pen still in hand, before finally looking up. His expression remains unreadable, calm, curious, maybe even slightly amused. He tilts his head slightly, as if considering whether he misheard. No reaction, no immediate response, just a moment of quiet calculation. He leans back in his chair, one eyebrow lifting ever so slightly, scanning the faces of those around him. Is this a misunderstanding? A mistake? An employee who doesn't recognize him? But the barista's face says otherwise. There's discomfort there, but also certainty. This isn't a mix-up. This isn't an accident. Now the real question isn't just why this is happening, but what he's going to do next. Elon Musk doesn't react the way most people would. There's no visible frustration, no demand for an explanation, no attempt to flex his status or pull strings. Instead, he leans back in his chair, fingers tapping lightly against the table, a slow smirk forming as he studies the cafe staff in front of him. His voice, when he finally speaks, is calm, measured, almost amused. Interesting decision. That's it. No argument, no protest, just two simple words that hold an entire world of meaning. The air in the cafe shifts. A couple of patrons who had been minding their own business now glance over, their interest piqued. Some recognize him immediately, eyes widening as they realize what's happening. Others pretend not to notice, though the way they suddenly type faster on their phones suggests otherwise. A table near the window stirs. A woman whispers something to her friend, her gaze flickering between Musk and the staff. A man in a suit furrows his brow, watching the scene unfold as if struggling to process it. This is Elon Musk, the man who builds rockets, who revolutionized the auto industry, who's reshaping artificial intelligence. And yet, here he is, being denied service like an ordinary customer whose card got declined. The cafe remains eerily quiet, the tension thick enough to slice through. Then, the digital world takes over. Phones discreetly rise. A few customers capture photos, some start recording, others take to Twitter with hurried fingers. Within minutes, the first posts appear. Elon Musk just got kicked out of a cafe. What is even happening right now? Screens light up across social media. Speculation erupts. Is it a political statement? A bold stance against billionaires? A misunderstanding? A publicity stunt? Theories flood in at lightning speed, and just like that, the moment becomes something much bigger than a simple refusal of service. News spreads at an uncontrollable pace. Tweets gain thousands of likes within minutes. Comments pour in, some in outrage, some in laughter, some in sheer confusion. This guy is literally trying to colonize Mars and they won't even serve him a latte. You don't have to like Musk, but let's be real, this is ridiculous. Dude, what did he even do? Order his coffee in Dogecoin? Yet through all of it, Musk himself says nothing. He doesn't defend himself, doesn't correct the rumors, doesn't offer a single word of explanation. Instead, he simply nods, adjusts his jacket, and stands. He takes one last look around, at the staff, at the customers, at the growing wave of murmurs filling the cafe. Then, in the same effortless, unbothered manner he walked in, he turns and heads for the door. The moment he steps outside, cameras flash. Pedestrians outside, alerted by the unfolding storm online, try to catch a glimpse of him, desperate to piece together the puzzle. But Musk, as always, remains a step ahead. No response, no justification, no attempt to clarify. Just a simple exit, leaving the world to do what it does best, speculate. Because if there's one thing Musk understands better than anyone, it's that sometimes the best way to control the narrative is to say nothing at all. Elon Musk steps out of the cafe, the city lights reflecting off the glass doors as they close behind him. The buzz of conversation still hums inside, but he doesn't look back. He doesn't need to. He already knows what's about to happen. With one hand in his pocket, he pulls out his phone with the other, his fingers moving effortlessly across the screen. A few taps, a moment of silence, then, tweet sent. Denied service? No problem, let's fix this. The words hit the internet like a meteor impact. Within minutes, notifications flood in. Thousands of retweets, hundreds of thousands of likes. Comments pour in at an unstoppable rate. What does he mean by fix this? Is he going to build his own coffee shop? Bro, Musk doesn't just drink coffee. He acquires it. Wait, don't tell me he's actually buying the cafe? Then, just as speculation reaches its peak, the second tweet drops. Effective immediately, I've acquired the entire cafe chain. Introducing Tesla Café. The internet stops. Did he just buy the whole company? Headlines explode across news outlets. Analysts scramble for details. Business insiders scramble to confirm the reports. But before they can even process it, Musk follows up with another bombshell announcement. No baristas, no lines, no waiting. AI-powered coffee experience coming soon. Your order, your way, served by Tesla robots. Let's make caffeine futuristic. The reaction is instant. He turned rejection into an empire. Dude just got kicked out of a coffee shop and responded by Eloning the entire industry. Tesla just became Starbucks' worst nightmare. Musk's tweet isn't just trending. It's dominating every corner of social media. Memes flood in. Get kicked out, buy the building becomes a new billionaire mantra. Meanwhile, the physical world responds just as fast as the digital one. Overnight, Tesla cafes go from concept to reality. The original cafe? Empty. Customers now flock to the rebranded locations, eager to experience a coffee shop where their orders are processed by AI, where robotic arms craft the perfect cappuccino, where everything, from payment to pickup, is automated and futuristic. Lines stretch down the block. People camp outside just to be the first to try the world's most advanced cafe. What was once an ordinary coffee shop, a forgettable place among thousands, is now a global phenomenon. And Musk? He's already moved on to his next idea. Inside the original cafe, a heavy silence has settled. The same space that once prided itself on exclusivity, where influencers and business elites sipped on overpriced lattes, now feels eerily empty. The baristas stand behind the counter, barely moving, their faces illuminated by the glow of their phone screens. Their hands rest on the espresso machines, but no drinks are being made, because no orders are coming in. The notifications won't stop. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all flooded with the same shocking news. Musk just bought the entire cafe chain. Tesla Café is real. The cafe manager, the same man who had confidently told Elon Musk, "Sir, we can't serve you here," now stares at the screen in stunned silence. His fingers hover over his phone, scrolling through the comments, each one hitting harder than the last. Hope that no-service policy was worth it. Imagine kicking out the richest man on earth and watching him turn your tiny coffee shop into a billion-dollar empire. Bro, you didn't lose a customer. You lost the customer. It's not just a trending topic. It's a worldwide spectacle. News anchors debate the situation live on air. One business analyst chuckles as he explains, "This isn't just about coffee, it's about power. Musk turned rejection into domination, and now the cafe industry will never be the same." Another commentator shakes her head, adding, "I mean, what were they thinking? The guy launches rockets for fun. Did they really think he'd just walk away quietly?" Outside, the reality of the situation is even harder to ignore. Across the street, Tesla Café has transformed overnight from an idea into a movement. The once vacant building now glows with sleek, neon blue signage. A long line stretches down the block, people eager to witness what Musk has created. Some are tech enthusiasts, others are just there for the spectacle. Everyone has their phones out, recording, streaming, capturing history in real time. Inside, robotic baristas, automated Tesla-designed machines, move with seamless precision, crafting espressos, cappuccinos, and lattes in seconds. AI-driven order systems recognize returning customers, remembering their preferences, adjusting their drinks to their liking. The process is smooth, futuristic, everything the original cafe wasn't. And now, that original cafe is crumbling under the weight of its own mistake. A few loyal customers remain, stubbornly sipping their drinks, but they look uncomfortable, distracted by what's unfolding across the street. The exclusivity that once made this cafe desirable now feels like an outdated concept. Nobody wants to be in a dying space when history is being made right next door. The former cafe staff watches helplessly as their once trendy shop fades into irrelevance. Their sleek decor, their overpriced drinks, their carefully curated elite vibe, it all means nothing now. Because while they prided themselves on being selective, Musk built something that no one wanted to be excluded from. Meanwhile, the internet has made up its mind. A picture of Musk sipping coffee captioned, "They said no, I said bye." A screenshot of the original cafe's Yelp page, now flooded with one-star reviews. "I'd rather be served by a Tesla bot than by someone who turns away legends." A side-by-side image of the empty cafe and the Tesla cafe packed with customers reading, "Play stupid games, win billionaire consequences." Even business moguls weigh in. Mark Cuban tweets, "Never tell a disruptor no. It only makes them build something better." And then another tweet drops, this time from Musk himself. "No hard feelings, just innovation. Enjoy your coffee." And with that, it's game over. The cafe that once turned Musk away is now nothing more than a cautionary tale. A reminder that in a world run by visionaries, rejecting the wrong person doesn't just cost you a sale, it costs you everything. Elon Musk just proved one undeniable truth. True visionaries don't waste time complaining. They don't argue. They don't beg for acceptance. They take rejection and turn it into an opportunity so massive, so undeniable, that even those who doubted them are forced to take notice. In just a matter of hours, what started as a simple no became one of the most talked about business moves of the year. He didn't plead for service. He didn't rant on social media about unfair treatment. He didn't demand an apology. Instead, he did what he has done time and time again. He built something better. This is the mindset that separates those who react from those who create. Most people, when faced with rejection, get stuck in the cycle of frustration. They dwell on what happened, on how unfair it was, on how they should have been treated. But Musk? He skipped all of that. He moved straight to action. Think about it. If he had stood there arguing, if he had made a scene, if he had stormed out angrily, it would have been just another forgettable moment. But instead, he controlled the narrative. He saw a flaw in the system and didn't just expose it. He fixed it. He didn't fight to be accepted into an exclusive cafe. He made that cafe obsolete. And that's what makes the difference between people who wait for change and those who become the change. Tesla Café isn't just about coffee. It's about what happens when someone refuses to let others dictate their worth. It's about what happens when someone refuses to be put in a box, when someone refuses to play by outdated rules. It's about evolution, disruption, and proving that the only real limits are the ones you accept. And now, here's the real question. What would you have done? Would you have walked away and shrugged it off? Would you have fought back and demanded fairness? Or would you have done something even bigger, something so bold, so unexpected, that it forces the world to pay attention? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's hear it. How would you turn rejection into a revolution? And if you found this story as insane as we did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Because if there's one thing we know for sure, it's that Elon Musk is far from shaking up the world.